Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to defoliate this little Ficus ginseng right here. We're going to start with taking a little look around the tree, discussing why I want to defoliate it. Then we're going to talk a little bit about how you do a defoliation and when you should do it, and then we're actually going to do it. So, giving you a little view around the tree, you might spot right away that a lot of the leaves, especially up here, the newer ones, are extremely big. And that of course is something that we don't want in bonsai. A big leaf just doesn't really look as pleasing as the smaller leaves you can, for example, see here still on other branches. Then you probably also spot right away this tree has become quite bare in lower parts. And that is due to the fact that during winter it lost quite a lot of leaves on all the branches, and of course that is something I also want to remedy a little bit again. And that already brings me to the reasons when and how you should do defoliation. You should do it when the current set of leaves just doesn't really appeal to you, or is maybe a bit sickly, or is just, as I said, a bit too big, or is no longer existent at certain branches. Then defoliation can help, because it leads to backbudding. It leads to, of course, a completely new set of growth that also normally comes in smaller than the previous set. And that is, of course, something that for bonsai we do desire. So on a normal houseplant, you normally don't do defoliation. In bonsai, it is a method to just correct certain things within the canopy, within the foliage that you're not happy with. When should you defoliate? It should be when the tree is still healthy enough, of course, to bounce back. So in the most cases, a sick tree shouldn't be defoliated because it won't have the energy to actually bounce back and produce new leaves. As you can see, this one doesn't really look sickly. It is producing new leaves at the moment. And also season-wise, right now we're in the middle of growth season. It is a perfect time still to defoliate because it will have long enough still to grow all this foliage back in growth season. If it would be now already winter almost, I probably wouldn't defoliate. Indoor, you could probably still do it, but outdoor not, because it wouldn't have enough time to actually grow back all the foliage that it needs to also then go through winter. Also leads me to which trees you should defoliate. I normally only do it with my ficus trees, and they're only with the ginseng and not with the benjamina. So every ficus variety except the benjamina I do defoliate. That is due to the fact that benjamina doesn't really backbud that easily, and complete defoliation, it is too hard on this tree. Here we could do a complete one. We will see how far we actually are going. But yeah, you can also do a partial defoliation where you just take certain areas out, or a big chunk of the foliage, and you leave certain leaves on at branches. And probably that is the way we're going to do it today. And I would say let's get right into it. Enough of the theory, and let's start with defoliating. For that, I simply use my bonsai shears, and I'm going in and really taking out each and every leaf separately. So we're really going in here, taking off leaf by leaf, and slowly defoliating this tree. And I'm starting here on the top with, of course, the bigger leaves. As we said, these are really the ones I'm 100% sure we don't want to keep on. We could leave, for example, here this one leaf on, because this way there is still something on this branch that has the ability to photosynthesize, and that of course also means that the tree won't die back on us. So if you are uncertain if your tree could deal with a full defoliation, you can always leave one or the other leaf on the tree as a little bit of an insurance, I would say. So here we have, actually take out a bit of the tip as well. And really don't be afraid to just take out the leaves. As I said, on a ficus ginseng, they do backbud. I actually see a little backbud happening here right now, so that is a sign that this tree does have the energy to do it right now, and we just encourage it a little bit more now again with continuing to take off these leaves. So this one here I would leave on. This back leaf is an old one that looks a little bit sickly, so we definitely take that off as well. Here we have new growth coming in. I think I'll leave the new growth on. Still take this off, and this one is too big, to be honest. We can also take this off. Here we have a back branch that is very long, as you can see, and it doesn't really branch off or anything, so I would actually shorten this first of all, which means also we can take off multiple leaves right away, and then we still take off the leaves. Either way. See here, a leaf that looks really not healthy. It was in the middle of the tree, and something like this, of course, we wouldn't keep on this tree. It's very elongated, very long. and just not really healthy looking, so we take that out. I tend to take leaf by leaf because it gives me simply the chance to really look closer at this tree, how it's doing right now, and removing anything or correcting anything that I see along the way. So you could be probably a little bit more aggressive there as well, but let's take this out fully. In my opinion, it does make sense from time to time to just look at this tree or at your trees and see how they're doing. Because here, for example, again, one of those weird leaves. So good if we can correct this right away now. You'll probably leave on this little leaf here, just a tiny one. Nevertheless, serves the purpose of a little bit of endurance on this tree. Here we actually have 3 different branches coming from the same spot, so I think I will take out this one completely. This is just upwards growth. I'm also shortening that one. Here we have a completely new, very light green leaf. I think that is the one I will keep on here. And we'll make our way around, and sooner or later we'll be all the way through here. Here again, grow from 3 different branches. I'll take the middle one out here to bifurcate it a little bit. It looked good on this tree. Of course, that is often the case where we had like back budding. You can really see how now the branch structure is developing here once we take the leaves off. We'll take a small look around here once I'm fully done. Yeah, you can see I still missed quite a lot. And one final branch here. Let me see. Oh, there's a little back branch here, so we could take this and shorten it completely and do the same here. And I think the rest of the leaves I will leave on this tree. Let's take a look at it now that we really took out most of the growth that we had on this tree. And as I said, you can really see the branch structure, which also allows us now to still correct anything that needs to be corrected. I already went in and took out areas where multiple branches started from the same growth point, because that becomes quite unsightly and quite dense. After a while, here I would still clean it up a little bit better, because otherwise we will have growth from here again. Down here, nice branching out. This is probably something we'll correct a little bit in the future with wire, seeing how we can separate this a little bit more still. Down here, some growth. This might have actually started to die back. This already looks a little bit brittle, but we have new growth coming here from very close to the trunk. Nice ramification up here. Yeah, it's starting to develop definitely. So I see this also as, of course, really a correctional aspect to this tree here. I would shorten it a little bit still. And the same here, this is just very long. Because now we will get a lot of back budding on this tree. We might even, as far as down here, get some new growth happening. And of course a lot on the secondary branches, which again will help us to reach better ramification on this tree and a healthier foliage. The leaves I left on are mainly newer leaves, still smaller leaves nevertheless. And the ones that I will grow now are actually probably smaller or similar to this one here, so very small leaves that will start to appear on this tree again. Of course, what is the aftercare for this now? Just normal care, probably slightly less watering, because there's less foliage now where water can actually evaporate, so the tree needs less water. But nevertheless, we do still need to take care of it. Of course, it's comparable to a tree in winter that still has less watering needs, but still needs some water from time to time. So I wouldn't let this dry out. I would simply now look closer on the soil, and when I see the soil getting dry, then I water. And that way we should also avoid any root rot happening by overwatering. And probably in 1 or 2 weeks I will start to see the first buds forming on this tree and new leaf areas and leaves happening and branches happening on this tree. I will keep you updated on this probably in a couple of weeks when we first see the new foliage starting to develop. And yeah, if you have any questions about defoliation, of course, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you enjoy my channel, feel free to subscribe to it. And hopefully I will see you then in the next video or latest in the video when we talk about this tree again. Until then, take care.